No, the significant part about Jesus and the wilderness is he went in he was led. That means God allowed him to be led into it. I talked about it that we're all going to have a wilderness experience. Yeah. When you are at your height of your career, it seems like everything is going good in your life. Everything is working. And you say you truly love God and you're giving him all the glory and you're saying that he did all of this, and if it were not for him, that you wouldn't have anything, and et cetera, et cetera. You know how we do. That's going to be tested. That's going to be tested. What happens if all of that gets touched? Will you still serve him the way you talking? So Jesus was right after he was announced, and God said, "This is my son, in whom I am well pleased." Then right after that, he was led into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And it was like God was like, okay, I'm announcing my son. And Satan is like, okay, let's see how bad you are. Let's see if enough pressure is put on him. If he gonna turn these stones into bread. If he gonna bow down for the things of it. How you gonna present the world to Jesus when he was at the beginning, when it started, and it all belongs to him? The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof. How you gonna tempt me with my own stuff?
Right.
You know?
Like, just because he fasted for 40 days.
Yeah. And just because I can turn stones into bread, don't mean I will. Because my people need to realize that sometimes you're going to end up with a stone of a situation, and it ain't going to be able to be turned to bread.
Yep.
You're going to have to deal with it. And I'm not going to give them some false hope on some things. And then, no, he said, bow down to me and I'll give you the world. What do you think everybody else is doing? They're choosing to bow down, and they'll get the world temporarily. Yep. And they don't understand that Satan always comes back to collect. And then the thing about it is, it's always a timeline. God is the only, no matter what, everybody is going to have eternal life. Where you're going to spend it makes the determination. Yeah. So if you're going to spend it eternally in hell or eternally in heaven, you make that decision. Basically, but you're going to all get eternal. Everybody's going to get eternal life. But some people here on the earth is like, well, you know what I would rather have a short term of fame and glory rather than never have tasted it all. So, what is the difference between a person that they just live a regular life and, have a whole lot of issues, whole nine, they don't really have anything going on big, or you got somebody that is famous? What do you think the difference? I think the difference is in those two. Somebody that just has a regular life and somebody that has a lot of fame.
Fame, you get more attention.
When it comes to fame, bless you, you're going to be tempted for the pride of life even more. The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. The more you get, or for that matter, it's like they said when a dog or something, when they finally taste real blood, they keep wanting it. So you get that little bit, and that's how people end up selling their souls. They like that feeling. They like that. Do you know that as soon as you become famous or you get announced or anything like that, and you get that feeling of fame or that notoriety or that influence, a test is going to come. And it's like with drugs. One day, they say people, they may have marijuana today. If they have never graduated past marijuana, they're good. But what happens if marijuana is not good enough? Then all of a sudden they maybe want cocaine. Then then they want this. Because it's that feeling that they're looking for. And what are you willing to compromise for that very thing?
And sometimes it's not.
Go ahead.
Oh, and sometimes it's not always like you're addicted to like the drugs or like the.
You're addicted to the high.
Yeah.
You're addicted to the high, the feeling. So that's why you see with celebrities and everything, once they get that feeling, I finally admitted it. When I was like doing like the basketball and, the school had gotten huge and, and everybody knows Miss Rhonda. Everybody knows Miss Rhonda. From a young girl that didn't seem like she was being heard to now everybody's listening. And I meant something. That really meant something to me. And right away, I went into a test. Rhonda, is that feeling more important than your salvation and your soul? Because if it's more important, you're going to be willing to do anything it takes to keep getting that feeling. And if you keep, and it's going to increase even more and more and more, you'll be willing to lie, cheat, steal, connive. You'll do all of that for that feeling.
Yep. And like one day, it's going to get tiring and it's going to get like, you're tired of doing it and you're tired of going through it, but it's like that feeling just keeps you back.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You just can't let it go.
Yeah, you just can't let it go.
And then after a while, it becomes a stronghold. So
yep.
It's like, and then you get those thoughts in your mind like, I'm never getting out of this.
And you know what? That's what a stronghold is? A stronghold is a thought. A stronghold is a thought or an argument that you have in your mind to validate what you're doing. So you have you have a stronghold, you have an argument in your head that basically says the reason why I'm doing this is because, and that very thought keeps you in your bondage. It has created a stronghold. Your thought is a stronghold. So the biggest thing is, if you can change the thought, you can break the stronghold and change the situation. But some people never break the stronghold because that thought is more important than anything. That argument, I did it because, I want it because, I'm this way because. Nothing is ever going to change it. This is the hand that I've been dealt, or this is what I choose. And until somebody can convince you, or until you convince yourself to break that argument, that is a stronghold. That is a fortress that you built around the reason why you do what you do and who you are. And it works. So let's go ahead and write everything out.